Okay, so here we're starting the basic training video for putting a new tank, brand new customer tank, don't want to scratch it, up into a raised position. This is the same job site as the lowering video we just did. And we've got a pan in the way, as well as a pole and some shelving and some nice molding. We're just going to reverse what we pulled out. We're just going to reverse those moves with the cinch strap, the lifting strap. This comes in the kit also. It's got a what we're calling an adjustable rubber sleeve. Needs to slide to adjust the different diameters of the tanks we deal with. It has a sewn loop on one end. It has a cinch buckle and a smaller sewn loop on the other end. This hangs from the hand truck after you feed it through here. I'm going to show you that right now. Letting it hang. Wrapping around the back like our old dishwasher hoses. Opening the loop on the one end, I'm feeding the buckle through that, okay? When the tank hangs from the hand truck, this is going to tighten up and keep it from slipping. I'm feeding the loop on the cinch buckle, putting it up the handle on the hand truck, right to the front. And I'm leaving it hang somewhat loose. You'll see you'll see this in most of my videos, I've got foam, I've got the pipe wrap on the rails of my hand trucks when I'm putting the new tanks in place. I've never had a problem scratching paint. The hand trucks are powder coated. Tanks got appliance paint or whatever on them. Never had an issue scratching. And you guys do what you want to do. This is what I do. It's so I don't have to think. It's one less thing to worry about when I'm in the middle of the move. No, so in other words, use them or don't. I haven't really found a difference scratch-wise. Handhold strap, adjustable cinch strap. I've heard most guys using flexes, strapping a flex or maybe some 90s with something to grab in the middle. I like this because it folds up real compact, throw it in my drawer, and it's real light. That's me. Comes in the kit. Wrap it around the nipples. You'll see I've got the vent hood, the draft hood already screwed in. Never had a problem pulling them. Pulling on the top of the tank. I'm adjusting the strap out to where I like it. Some guys don't like the fact that it goes back and forth or that it could. My workaround is holding it tight with my hand, my thumb on the edge of the tank, because you do need a little bit of rigidity. Problem I found with using flexes, flexes are probably the best. When I first put these kits together, I needed to have something adjustable, because what if you have to turn the tank to get it into a side of a mobile home or something? I don't know. So anyway, this is what comes in the kit. This is what I'm using as a handhold, and I've got it set up around the nipples in the back of the draft hood and out where I like it, out at the front of the tank. What I'm going to do now is pick the tank up like a normal hand truck and use my sample water heater stand. I have an ammo box. I like to use the back bumper of my van, because what we have to do next is jack the tank up, the new water heater up higher in relation to the hand truck. Why don't we put a winch on it? Well, it's heavy, it's complicated. Why deal with it if all you have to do is grab a leg, rock it up. Use anything you want. This stand is about between 16 and 17 inches high. That's actually a tiny bit short to be perfectly usable for any installation. However, you're going to see it work here. You saw me jack it up. That's a basic principle. That's something that we've used forever to get the water heater higher up so we don't have to pick it up from the floor. We do this whenever we can. Did you see how I had both hands on the tank? I didn't have to pick up the hand truck. That's because of the way the strap was set up. Review that, you'll figure it out. Take a look. This is probably a better view of where this loop needs to be. The weight of the tank is going to hold it there. Don't worry about it. Just make sure that it's there. What I'm doing now is getting ready to tighten up the strap and put the weight on the hand truck. Now this is where it gets a little bit, there's a couple of things to do, a couple of things to remember. Pulling, I'm going to show you. You saw the strap drop, the lower the better, usually. Tightening the strap, putting the fender between the tank and the hand truck. This fender comes with the kit. I'm kicking the wheels under the tank and I'm pulling back. Okay, when I'm 6'2", 6'1", 6'2", weigh 180 pounds. I'm used to this. You see my forearms. When I go to, this is what I will normally do. I'll be pushing and pulling. Some guys, especially first timers, it's natural. That's going to be a little bit difficult. And everything happens through the middle of the hand truck. That it might be, the amount of pull that it takes might be hard to discover. So I'm going to show you guys a variation that will help. It may complicate things in other ways, but it'll make it easier to pull the tank back onto the top of the water heater. And what I'm talking about is backing up a little bit. You see what I did here? Similar to lowering, pulling the old one out. I'm getting this contact point lower on the tank. And I'm cranking down. Now what I do is pull back. I lean back on the top of the tank. Much easier strength-wise. Doing it the other way isn't hard once you get used to it. But guys, I've seen it in hands-on training that it might be a little confusing, the amount of pull that you got to put on a tank starting from vertical. So I want to show that to you guys. I'm going to put the tank back down. Starting angle. We've tightened the strap down as far as it'll go. Put the fender in, and we're just pulling back. All right? And then foot on the axle. I'm keeping the wheels back with my toe. And I'm just going to make it easy on myself. Hope I don't block. You guys see a lot of back and forth moving on this. It's really controllable. I've showed you in the lowering video how the hand truck is naturally leaning forward. It's built like that. It's not like other hand trucks. It's built to lean forward, so the guy doesn't have to worry about it. So I control the axle with my toe, and I'm gonna set it up so I clear the rail, clear the pole with the rail. I'm just going to push it forward. I'm pushing it forward. I have to transition mentally to placing the foot of the tank. It's all about leverage. And I don't know, I could talk all day about this. These are the basics. You saw the basics to operating this machine. Doesn't do it for you, but the basics are simple. Pull back and forth through the middle, use the top as a fulcrum, use the tank as a lever. You've got another fulcrum down here. Use your foot to give you an idea of where you're at in the whole process. So, any questions, give us a call.